Shalom, Labachayarium, Shalom Yashala. Peace be to the elect of the nation of Israel, starting with the 144,000 prophets, 12,000 choice men that have been bestowed the truth that shall give to the rest of the remnant of the elect of the 1/3, men, women, and children, who the Lord have given the faith unto to believe. Shalom, of course, to the elect, 144,000 prophets, 12,000 men out of each of the 12 tribes of Israel. These are only men. You have that remnant, which consists of the men, women, and children, which are, of course, Israelites as well. The Israelites are so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans. And since our seed has been scattered across the four winds, you have our people looking like every nation that is on the planet. All right, you have our people that come out of every nation of this planet because we have been scattered across the four winds, all of the four cardinal directions. So, you have Israelites that may look like an Elamite, so-called East Indian. Israelites that might look like an Ishmaelite, so-called Arab. Israelites that might look like Edom. All right, so, who of course claim himself to be white, but isn't he? All right, lacking the melanin. Israelites looking like Moab, so-called Chinese, and so on and so forth. So this isn't a thing based off your color. This is, of course, by the Spirit, okay, which is Spirit bear witness to our spirit that we're the children of the Most High. And you have to try the Spirit. So, giving double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, the great millstone, who well, peace and salutation again to the elect. Shemiah Mothman is a Mothba from the great millstone PLAINTABLES camp located here in the city of Philadelphia. Come with another weed lesson, and basically in response to the brothers, one of the head brothers in the camp, Kalba, he did a video about the history of dating, and he said the woman shall mourn having no husbands, right? Which is a coming prophecy, because these women over here, where you have no hedge, you are definitely open for anything to enter and spoil you. And this is something that you don't want, okay, at all. That's why it's important to have a husband, but what would really preferably to be of the hopeful elect, okay? There's some of you women that, maybe already with a man, and, he might be in the world. You can't leave him, okay? You just based on him being in the world and try to get with a brother. They can't do that. You have it to please to dwell, and that's a whole nother lesson for another time. But for you single women that's out there that may have come across this truth, it's important that you get, if you can possibly do so, with a potential hopeful elect brother, okay? Here, of course, in Great Millstone. Now, I know that's not something that's, from what I've seen, is not common. We don't have women coming to the camp, trying to, and I don't obviously suggest women try to come up to the camp and try to get with you and stuff, but, go through obviously the proper channels and contact a brother. But, no, we don't see that, which, hey, we in this time right now, to do the work, and for like many of us, we have diligent paths in which, it may require us not having a woman at this time, but during the time of Jacob's trouble, in the time which the last days prophecies come, and you will have it, the union of the elect man with the elect women. And I said women in a plural fashion because it will be more than one woman. All right, and that's pursuing to Isaiah 4:1. Okay, Isaiah 4:1, and in that day, the day we talk about is Jacob trouble. All right, 7 are complete number of women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Calling by thy name would be engaging in sex, which would constitute joining together a marriage. All right. So you're gonna have that, and women are gonna, do so with very much force. The elect women, they're gonna, through the Spirit, we'll know, who to pretty much accept and who to reject. All right, and you can see when a woman is faking it, and you can see when a woman is really want to make it. All right, I'll just say it like that. Because you got, a lot of times in these age, you're pretty much under witchcraft with these chicks. They try to push that out there like as if they like you or something like that, but they maybe just want something out of you. Which, as we go into the topic of modern day dating in America and abroad, okay, which just the influence of America has been pushed off abroad, and with it, you just have a bunch of confusion and spells and tricks, really for the chick to try to get what she want, and really the man, he gonna try to get what he want, which most men, they want obviously a suitable partner that's going to be loyal with them, but in these days, women, they only looking for a good time, which a lot of times their good time is, as the brother was going into, it's just a good adventure. They never been to a certain place, and they want to be able to experience that and feel good. As we know, she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And most of these women are spiritually dead, okay, completely. And that's why, it's not really wise to really try to jump in this whole market of dating, which, as I believe the elder Malcolm call it ucking. All right, that's really what it really is. The chicks are just choosing who they gonna bang based on what type of experience the guy provided for him, or what he could potentially provide for him in the future. Okay, because I like how my whole thing is, a lot of chicks, they don't see really me of any value. So I don't get the opportunity to date, but I don't want to. I'm not trying to provide a date for a chick. It's a waste of money and a waste of time for me. Okay, now we're gonna go to just a couple of scriptures. I know I spoke a lot. This is Matthew chapter 24 and 37, and it reads, I'll even start a bit above 24 and 35. Or I start at verse 34 actually. Sorry, 32 actually. It says, now learn the parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, you know that summer is nigh. All right, because it gives forth that sign. Okay. So likewise ye, when ye see all these things which he gave, the different signs, the tokens, the omens, what to look for, know that it is near, even at the doors. And we see the different prophecies. We see the wars, the rumors of wars. We see the upwards of the people. We see, of course, the decline of America, and of course, its various allies. We see the rise of the nations coming against America. We see all that has been spoken about. We see the rise of the new financial system. Things are phasing out and getting more digital. I see even like them taking and trying to conceal the truth. So I know we're in the end. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. But of that day are in an hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So Yahweh knows. So this also differentiates the Lord, the Son of the Most High, from the Most High. Because if Yahweh Shai doesn't know the hour and Yahweh knows it, how, if they were, like you say, like a trinity, as most people teach, how can, that be? They're different entities. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Okay? So, similar times, that is, right? As or like, okay, the days of Noah be. Okay? And the Lord didn't like what was going about when, Noah, like you go back to Noah's time. All right? Genesis chapter 6 and 1 is reading some. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and the daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful or fair, and they took wives of all which they chose. And Yahweh said, and you had the different classifications of men. All right. And yeah, we seen basically heathen women. All right. Us as sons of God. And we took them. All right. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not. And Jake liked women, obviously. And they love women of the other nations too. All right. It says, we like variety. And then Yahweh said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of power came unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which are old men of renown. Okay? And Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man, this is the point, was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart were evil continually. All right? So, it's the spirit. Okay? Going to the imaginations, Yatazar, which is basically the framework, and to intellectual frame, the mind. Okay? The mental state, because, people, they come and propose with all different types of ways of life, and they want to go after it. And we see that in these times, like the chicks, you hear Summer Walker, I just want to get smoke, get drunk, F love, and there's no love. I forget that song. Yeah, and like that's what they wanted. They in that complete YOLO spirit. You only live once. They in that Bacchus spirit. These women under the different vibrations of these different entities, and then they want the worship that comes with it. They want you to follow that style, but you're not supposed to follow after a woman. Okay? Which, like I say, when you going into this whole dating, you really, You gotta try to basically follow after her. That's what they try to get you to, but you can't do that. You're not there to impress a chick. All right. So you can have her, though you gotta play the game to get her. But our mission is to please the Most High. And hey, the girls that you get, but be indifferent towards obviously her, because you're concerned about your spirit, your soul, really being right with Yahweh Shem Yashai, and that you don't be destroyed. Okay, because as the scriptures say, wine and women will make a man of understanding. As I'm gonna get it real quick. This is the book of this is a lot of good precepts right here, but Sarat chapter, I'll start at 19:1. It says, a laboring man that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich. All right, and you could be in the different philosophies of America, okay, which would throw you off your wits and have you cast away your crown. It says, and he that contemneth small things shall fall by little and little. All right, I have to look up contemneth somewhere in a Google or something like that, which is meaning let's see what we got. To neglect as unworthy or of regard, reject. Yeah, those that reject small things shall fall little by little. And you have to basically pay attention to many things. Like, you can have something going on in your life and it can literally erode away you. Okay? You allow one thing, and then that thing, it's like somebody that I would say like somebody had a former drug problem. Like, they might have stopped it, then they have a little bit, then they allow certain friends that might be into drugs to be maybe have association with, but then that person ended up doing drugs around them. Then all of a sudden you see them full blown doing drugs again. All right, you gotta regard and actually be circumspect of yourself too. Okay, and as it scriptures say, and man, what does it say actually? I'm trying to think in the spirit. To examine thyself whether thou be in the faith. There you go. So it says, this is the point. It says, wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away, and he that cleaveth to harlots will become impudent. Yeah, become without shame, showing no respect. All right. You'll be through. That's why you got to be careful. Scriptures also tell you not have much company with women and such. You see a lot of guys out here, they hanging out with chicks and stuff on a regular. I be seeing guys, they not even with the chick. Like, they're not engaged, like, meaning like they're not a girlfriend or boyfriend, but they hanging out and stuff. That's a waste of time. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9:4. I don't know what the hell this is. I can't. It's like this thing is freaking making this noise. Got a call, but I gotta. It says, use not. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 9 and 4. Use not much the company woman that is a singer, least thou be taken by with her attempts. But this ain't what I want. Where is it? Is that? There's another scripture that I want. That's another good scripture too. But let me see. I'm gonna have to find the precept. I gotta find that precept. It's a woman. I gotta find the scripture. Sit not. Yeah, there it is. All right. This is one. But I think it's another one I'm looking for. But this is Sarat chapter 42 and 12. It says, "Behold not everybody's beauty, and sit not in the midst of women." Okay. You see these they having a round table just sitting around chicks and stuff. That'd make you more effeminate than anything. And you need to have as much faith in these times. You know, you need to have as much virtue as possible. You be around a lot of these chicks, like I say, it's damn near, they want to taint your mind. As the scriptures say, from cloth coming from a garment, roughly paraphrasing, from women wickedness. All right. So you got to watch out. You don't want to get spoiled by, being around them. All right. And the whole dating pursuit, it mess you up. All right, so let's go to this back again, Genesis chapter 6 and 5. And it says, and Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart or his mind was only evil continually. All right. Day by day, man. Yawam, which means day. And it says, and it repented Yahweh that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him at its heart. And Yahweh said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast and creeping thing and the feathers of the earth, for it repenteth me that I have made them. But Noah, all right, which goes into comfort, all right, he found grace in the eyes of Yahweh, all right, ma tazah, all right, which ma tazah goes into found, grace. I think knock actually goes into peace. All right, peace. When you go into Noah's meaning of his name, or rest, comfort. Actually, comfort. Pardon me. You have by ayin, in the eyes, Yahweh. All right, All right, so. Yeah, man, we want to go in that stock of Noah because, as we know with Noah and his 3 sons, they were and their wives. Noah, their 3 sons, their wives, 8 souls total were saved. Okay, in that time, that's the elect. In these times, you have the elect that's gonna be saved. All right, in these times, and if you sitting there pursuing this dating and trying to impress a chick and win. Like that's you don't be in that type of spirit, okay? You can win in the game of dating and lose your soul, or lose your life. You know, you lose chicks, and hey, remember the Lord gonna bless us with proper chicks in the kingdom and before the kingdom, because Isaiah 4:1. So you have the history of dating. It says the 1900s saw dating turned into hooking up. No string attached relationships, allowing men and women to be active players on the dating field. The hookup culture has replaced the dating culture, and there has been the factors that facilitated it. The internet with the dating apps on them. It has changed the way people meet, date, and build relationships. The thrill of getting to know each other on a first date is the thing of the past, since we show up knowing much about each other from our online chats. Yeah, but that's what somebody tells you. What somebody can say and who they actually are is two different things. You know, you have people, they can actually portray themselves to be someone totally different than who they are, which is witchcraft again, via using the internet. Okay, using your pictures, imagery. And you see, this chick, she's showing her just the top of her body, and the top of her body is showing that she got, a large bosom, and then she's not showing that she's really big, like a big girl. Okay. And then you can't say nothing because, you have this whole thing. You can't fat shame and all this other stuff. And you got to accept them as they are and all this other stuff. And, meanwhile, they want you to have the six-pack abs, which some guys have six packs and they're in shape. But then these chicks still don't measure you or value or esteem you enough for them. Which you have them in a not healthy, like a not a healthy trajectory for basically life in the future. If you obese and all of that, and you suffer from diseases and stuff like that, so you have a guy like that actually promote health. He's actually looked at as bad, and she might deny you. Meanwhile, like I said, and hey, remember, a lot of these chicks, they just want to eat anyway. So the date is just really so they can get something to eat. With some of these chicks, a lot of these chicks. All right. Brother had brought out that fact. Obviously we know about things with arranged marriage. If you don't know, most relationships in general are arranged. Especially obviously amongst our culture in Israel. All right. You have it. Families would join one another and such. A daughter would be given into a man of understanding, but these days now you don't have fathers even involved or around in most cases. And you just have the woman choosing who she wants to be with. And like I say, she don't even have the understanding or discernment to cut or separate what's best for her. What's best for her is the best experience for that moment. Okay? Things changed in the early 1900s when gentlemen became the ones who initiated a relationship. A gentleman would come to a lady's house where a first date took place. A woman was necessarily accompanied by a chaperone. Their further dates were held in the same way until they felt a romantic interest in each other. After that, a man proposed to a woman. As offset of the 20th century, women could be arrested for dating. Men walking the streets with women, buying them food and flowers was a new phenomenon, so authorities didn't know how to react. It resembled prostitution so much as they could charge women with it. Okay? an interesting fact. Dating promoted cosmetics. The brother brought this out. It was good. Decent women didn't wear makeup. Their clean faces were a sign of nobility. Nobility go back to clean birth. Basically a noble birth of basically of a good birth, right? Which the good birth would be if you be an Israelite. All right. Clean face. Hey, we're clean people. Hey, at the point, like with me personally, I like a pretty much a woman that's she don't wear makeup, and she's naturally beautiful. All right, straight. All right, I don't need no makeup. I actually don't like it, and I like women that are into that natural, holistic lifestyle. All right, so hey, mostly Keisha ain't into that. If she is, you still got to be watch out for her. 'Cause, hey, like you don't know what she's really into, and which all these chicks are really engaged in some form of witchcraft. But you got to be careful. Only actresses and prostitutes used cosmetics. That's heavy, right? As the brother brought the point out, these celebs, you know, these women that they look. Remember, the average day woman look at various mags, glamour. What was it? Ebony or I forget these different cosmopolitan, and they look at those different fashion magazines, and that's pushed off as what beauty is. You know, and like I said, that has changed. You had it where it was skinny women that's bone thin that have a lot of times no figure because they're so skinny, but it's esteemed as the best thing. You know, a chick that's basically anorexic. That's what's promoted. You having being in most cases being a weight girl, and basically all dolled up and stuff. Or you have it the so-called black woman. They would get the models of those. Most of them, they bald heated, their hair off, looking like a Hamite. But yeah. So let me see where else I wanted to go with this, man. We got rough days that's coming, but the times we know we at the end because, all of this stuff is going on. People are eating and drinking and giving into marriage. All right. Let me get back to that precept because I don't even know if I read the whole thing. So, but as the days of Noah were, so also shall also. Let me read it again. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Yahweh Shai coming, right? For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the days that Noah entered the ark. So, hey, look, even at the end of the world, the signs are there. You ain't gonna have it like you have it where you thinking most women gonna drop what they're doing, and all of a sudden, all right, they trying to get in order. You will have that, but you're gonna have a lot of women too. They're gonna continue with the eating, the drinking, the marrying, the banging. All right, that's it. Marriage is going on. All right, eating. Drinking, the wine, the eateries, I would say beef and beer, the They got these different outings, watering holes and such, going to the pub and I don't know, the different cafes, all of that. So, hey, business as usual. Meanwhile, the ark being closed, the elect being, of course, redeemed and taken out of this place. As it said, and knew not until the flood came. So you gotta have a lot of people. They just gonna be, because remember, you got the second, coming is gonna come with fire and brimstone. All right, it's gonna be a flood of missiles this time. Okay, but you're gonna have people they ain't new. All right, so they in a whole. That takes a whole spirit. Instead they in the spirit of dating. Okay, bromance or romance. All right. So, yeah, man. Movie theater. Remember that? Which taking a chick to the movie. The movie is quiet, so it's like you can't even do that no more. And then like she's a complete stranger. All right. She's a complete stranger. Like you sharing a plate of food with a complete stranger. Who's really more so into what the food looked like and where it actually is than really you. I've been, like a chick really actually like you from my very wee bit of experience. You like I say, like the brother showed. I think they got like a list of places where women don't want to go on these different places for their dates. Your house is not being one of them. Well, if a chick like me, she wanna get to the house. You know, you get a plate of wings and I said my first thing was a plate of wings and some a plate of wings and what was that? Plate of wings and like some pizza, and then hey, chick sitting there trying to freaking throw her best at you. Even though you don't even want the chick, you might not even really want the chick. But that's how it be. Basically, a chick that like you ain't gonna have that much. It ain't like she got too much efforts to really run after, but you don't want to give yourself over to a light woman. You know what I mean? But hey, it should be pretty plain and simple. I mean, that's at least from my experience, which is very wee. So, but that's just how it works. I don't, we ain't dating coaches or nothing like that. But that's pretty much it. Like, the chicks in Isaiah 4:1, they gonna be coming to us. We're not coming to them. All right. I ain't gonna come out there. Hey, you look like you need to be saved. I'm looking at myself being precious, myself being esteemed. Okay? So this is Job chapter 8 and verse 20. It says, "Behold, the power will not cast away a perfect man, all right, having the faith, all right, as see the Romans 2 or Romans 3. Romans 3. Let me see something real quick. Give me 1 second. These low level people outside of my damn apartment. Yeah, such a low level. Count it for faith. I'm gonna get it real quick. Let me think of it real quick. Is it the 4th chapter? There might be another one. Yeah, so precept I wanted, but I think this is what it is right here. It gave like various. Let me see, perfect. It's probably better I do a whole lesson on it. Yeah, well, I'll do it yet but you could read Romans, the 4th chapter. Okay, you can read that, but my spirit ain't trying to go to that right now. But we'll just go Job. Behold, the power not cast away a perfect man, neither will he help the evildoers. All right, because the Lord will only be dealing with his elect. Okay, who gonna have the faith. All right, the works, the faith. It shows works. It says, till he fill thy mouth with laughing and thy lips with rejoicing. Okay? And the Lord's going to do that. The Lord's going to fill our mouth with laughing and our lips with rejoicing. The scriptures talk about, because remember, there's a lot of hardship going to come into these women that, they cast us and esteemed us as nothing. She that's our enemy. They gonna see us up, and they ain't gonna be able to get on the team. These 2/3 in America and these wicked Israelite women across the world. They ain't gonna. They gonna be a laughing. They gonna be a laughter in our mouth. All right. Some chick that thought she was got that gorgeous, and then she thinks she just gonna get into a chariot because she dropped that gorgeous. No, you're not right. This is Job chapter 5 and 19. It says, man, so much good precepts. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword, from Esau. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid when destruction cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, the point. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. So the Lord's going to be with us, as we say. For the beasts of the field going to be at peace, as we know. All right. They that hate thee, Job 8 and 22, shall be clothed with shame, and the dwelling place of the wicked shall come to naught. America gonna become to naught. All right. So, history of dating, waste of time. We're hastening to the coming of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. So, I just wanted to do a spirit on that. The scriptures talk about Isaiah 13, how a man shall be made more precious than fine gold, even more than a golden wedge of Ophir. I shall make it. It's like I will make. Okay. A man more precious than fine gold, even a man more than a golden wedge of Ophir. Okay. And when you're precious, you're treasured. You're dear. You're esteemed. You're costly. Everybody can't access you. Rare. Okay? So, obviously, if you rare, Like I said, you have these chicks in abundance. They're not rare. You know, the regular chicks, they just regulars. Okay? We are the prize. And you're gonna see that in these times. So a brief dating, courtship, whatever. I mean, like I said, it's a big waste of time. You know, these days you gotta go on a dating site and swipe, and then basically try to, uh, get her, convince her to go out with you, and then when you go out with her, like you gotta hope that she finds some type of need for you, which we don't need you. And in these times, the woman will need men of the Lord, elect men. You know, we don't need them. So that's it. Shalom to the elect. Next lesson.